Today we're headed back to this farm where we've been having real problems with Big Bull's feet and where we couldn't even find the issue with this big guy. This time though, we have technology on our side.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So it is a gorgeous autumn day here. So it's a gorgeous autumn day here in southwest Scotland, and we're on our way to a farm which we've been to a few times this year in videos. And the first time we dealt with this bull, who had a huge abscess in his front left foot. He was walking like this before we treated him, and it wasn't long before we found the root of the problem. This bubbling and splurting abscess in the toe of his foot. We opened the cavity up and applied a block, and once we let him go and spoke to the farmer after a few days, he was feeling much better. When it came to this bull though, we've actually seen him twice. He's a casual kind of a fella and took a bit of shoving in. The first time we saw him, we were in dire straits because they couldn't find anything wrong with this front right foot, but we applied a block because we found a source of pain. We couldn't see what that source was, but we knew he was in pain there because we used hoof testers to determine it. We left the farm that day having given the farmer the advice to speak to the vet and see what he thought. 10 days later though, the farmer called back, and despite having had an extensive course of antibiotics and pain medication, the bull hadn't made any sort of recovery. So we went back to get him in the hope that the problem had come to a head and we would find the answer. As you can see though, we put him into the crush, couldn't find the source of the pain whatsoever, and we decided to take the block off to see if he would walk any better with it not in place. Literally try to video here, Kevin. You can answer it.
No,
No, that's obviously important.
Somebody else.
Ah. So we did take the block off to see how he'd walk then, but as soon as we let him out of the crush, it was obvious to us that the block was doing some sort of good. So back into the crush he went on the very same day. We reapplied the block, let him go, and this is how he was walking the last time we saw him, which today is about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. He's not got any better. He has continued pain medication and the vet has seen him, but we are now on our way back for a third time. This time though, we have a special weapon with us. We have a thermal easy for me to say, we have a thermal imaging camera to hopefully find a source of heat and therefore the source of inflammation and pain.
I never thought in the wildest dream I'd see you again. Never dreamed about nothing else other than you. I always thought I'd be waiting in vain, but suddenly there you were.
This video represents a story which happens all over the world every single day of the year. Farmers working tirelessly to look after the livestock in their care. Sometimes these stories work out for the best, and sometimes they don't.
So we're hoping something obvious turns up this time. Hoping.
Cases like this can be incredibly frustrating. A lot of the time though, once a cow or bull like this has been treated with anti-inflammatories and antibiotics, the problem becomes glaringly obvious. So I'm hoping that once I've buffed off all of this manure and straw that's attached to the place of his foot right now, that is the case. Right now, this bull is living on a soft-backed straw bed for his benefit, although it does mean that his feet are particularly dirty. Using my grinder, I'm able to buff off the vast majority of the manure so that hopefully I can see what's wrong. Although right now, it's definitely not becoming obvious.
Blue is cold, obviously red and black are hot.
This is a thermal imaging camera which I've had for a couple of years, but only rarely need to use it. If I point it at my hand, you'll see that red is hot and blue is cold.
My hand, you'll think it's on as well. It is hot, but his foot isn't particularly hot. Are we not showing any heat up in those feet?
I was desperately hoping this would pinpoint the problem.
So you can see heat in that, see the difference?
Yeah, yep.
There was literally not even a hint of red in that back one.
Inflammation and infection cause increased blood flow, which cause increased heat.
You can feel it in his foot. So that doesn't, some people think friction from them makes heat, and it does, but it's about 1 degree. It's
not gonna
nothing. So there's clearly, you can actually feel it with your fingers.
I'm explaining to the farmer that the heat caused from the friction of my cutting blade would not cause this amount of increase.
His ankle's okay.
I was hoping to spot a very specific high temperature area, which would have let me know there was a cavity beneath.
I was hoping, again,
Aye, that you'll find.
if it's not going to show up now, there's no way any of it's going to show up. See, what can happen is, but this hasn't, well, it's very unlikely this has happened with this bull. See, when a cow is lame, basically all the blood and everything flows towards that lameness to rebuild it. That's an immune response.
Yeah.
And that increased blood flow, to that part of the body calcifies the bone, so they end up getting little spurs and stuff.
Yeah.
So see that bull that we trimmed earlier?
Yeah.
He'll now get bony projections on that foot. So even if he's completely healed,
Yeah.
he'll never be 100%.
No.
So sometimes that can flare up, and that could cause something like that. But I don't think he's been lame like that before.
No.
And it wouldn't normally cause it to that extent. So the answer is I haven't got a clue what's wrong with him. Sorry.
No worries. We'll turf him out.
I'm afraid in this instance, there's almost nothing I can do to help this farmer and the bull that's in his care. This simply isn't a job for a hoof trimmer. It's not something that I can remedy, which is not something we say often. I'm keen to look at his other front foot though, to see how it compares temperature-wise to the one in
I was
question.
just showing James, see if you point this at that foot. That red that you can see on the screen dancing around is a heat signal. If you point at this one in the same way, doesn't show anything. Doesn't show any signs of heat.
This is massively disappointing, not only for me, but obviously for the farmer who owns this bull. We've done everything we can as hoof trimmers to try to uncover the problem and help remedy it, but we've not made any real progress that'll help this bull.
He has no care well for what I'm saying.
All we can really do now is put this bull out to grass, keep him on pain medication, and hope that the inflammation eventually subsides.